Live from the station that stands for Kansas City, this is KCTV5 News This Morning, Sunday.
Good morning. It's 11:45 on this Sunday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Savannah Rudicel. Breaking from overnight, a fire damages a Kansas City house. The call came in early this morning. No word as to any injuries or what may have caused the fire. We'll let you know as soon as we hear more. The investigation continues into the Branson duckboat crash. Here are some of the developments we're seeing. An inspector says he warned the company last summer about the issues with the boat's design, and that could lead to it sinking in bad weather. We'll have more on that here in a moment. The NTSB says that it recovered the boat's recorder, which could contain an audio of what happened. We've also learned no one on board was wearing a life jacket. Survivors say they were told where they were located, but were never told to wear them. We have new information about the duck boats this morning from the man who inspected them.
My first reaction was, oh my God. I inspected those boats.
Steve Paul is a private inspector from St. Louis. He says there were design flaws in the boat that capsized Thursday, killing 17 people. Paul says he was concerned that the engine exhaust pipe was at the front of the boat, not at the rear where it would be behind passengers.
There's water coming up into the...
Coming up in our next half hour, we'll take a listen as to what he has to say about the canopy on the boat. You can get the latest developments from Branson as they become available by visiting our website or downloading the free KCTV5 News app. We're learning more about a hostage situation in a Trader Joe's in Los Angeles. Officers say they have recovered a handgun at the store. Melody Corrado was shot and killed during the incident. Investigators say she was a manager. It started with a chase and shootout that led to the suspect crashing his car, then running into the store. Witnesses say employees and customers inside the store ran or jumped out of windows to get to safety.
The indication was he was going to start killing us. There's no way I'm going to let you shoot me.
None of the hostages were hurt. The man gave up after nearly 3 hours. Police say he shot his grandmother and girlfriend earlier Saturday. The suspect handcuffed himself before surrendering to police. President Trump arrives in Kansas City Tuesday. He'll speak at the VFW's National Convention. Thousands of veterans from across the country are already here. They hope the president's visit will help shed light on several issues, especially health care.
There's been much discussion about.
Organizers say these conventions are a good way to remind Americans of the sacrifice many made for the future of our country. Mission complete. A big welcome home event Saturday in Paola for some Kansas National Guard soldiers. As Amy Anderson reports, you just might recognize one of them.
30.
Today is the first day that Chiefs fans are going to get a look at this new team. Right now here in St. Joe, they are evaluating the field, and as they do daily, but we saw just a little bit of rain here today. Now, if that weather later on is going to impact practice, the club is going to let people know through social media. But if it doesn't, right now the plan is that gates are going to open here at 3:30. Fans are definitely encouraged to come out here early. It's going to be $5 for admission per person, and there's going to be bleacher seating available, but that's on a first come, first served basis. There's also hillside seating that they've got. So if you're going to opt for that option, make sure you bring a blanket or a chair, something to keep you dry. Again, we'll be keeping an eye on that weather for you on KCTV5, your home of the Chiefs. In St. Joseph, I'm Savannah Rudicel, KCTV5 News. The Commander-in-Chief will make a stop here at the Kansas City Convention Center tomorrow. Now, these barricades just arrived earlier this morning. Crews are just getting ready to start unloading them. There are two different reasons for President Trump's visit to the metro. First, he'll be speaking at a VFW conference. It's expected more than 4,000 veterans will be in attendance over the 5-day conference. Then Trump will be at a fundraiser for Missouri Attorney General Josh Hawley. Tickets for that luncheon will cost you around $1,000, and a picture with the president at the event will get you closer to $10,000. Now, we're not sure yet which route the president will be taking to get to the convention center, but if you live or work near the downtown area or around KCI, be expecting some major traffic delays. In Kansas City, Savannah Rudicel, KCTV5 News. It's the Saturday before Christmas and the day before Christmas Eve. In other words, the perfect storm for last-minute shoppers. I talked to people today about what they're doing to cross the last few things off their Christmas list. And with that, Amber, I gotta tell you, these shoppers not only braved some pretty big crowds, but also some really bitter winds. The temperature wasn't too bad today, but the winds made it really hard to be outside shopping.
It's about finding a ride during the festivities, because that can honestly be very difficult during a holiday time.
You know, it really could, and it is just so important to have that safe and sober ride with you, especially if you're going out tonight. So it's also important to know all the options that are available for you. When it comes to safety and preventable crashes, Missouri is ranked last. You can see that Missouri and neighboring states here all received F ratings from the National Safety Council. A controversial photo with Jefferson City students posted on social media last week has gotten a lot of attention. Good evening, I'm Savannah Rudicel.
And I'm Jim Rake.
In your consumer news, it's the end of an era as AOL's Yellow Running Man is headed into retirement. AOL says its instant messenger will be discontinued on December 15th after 20 years of online chatting. It took a jury about an hour to find former Springfield Schools staff member Craig Wood guilty of first-degree murder in the death of Haley Owens. Owens was 10 years old in 2014 when she was kidnapped, raped, and murdered. Wood did not take the stand in his own defense. His attorneys also did not call any witnesses to defend him. The jury will now decide if Wood will be given a death sentence or life in prison. And here's a live look over the Columbia Regional Airport. Your time is 10:06. This is KOMU 8 News at 10, coverage you can count on.